जैन सर, टोस्टमास्टर क्लब शुरू करने की अनुमति चाहती हूँ। जैन सर।
Chairman sir, Dean sir, Vice Principal sir, coordinators, teachers, and my dear co-cadets of Veritas Sainik School, a warm and good morning to one and all present here. Today, we stand at the crossroads of thought and transformation, where voices of our young cadets will echo concerns, hopes, and innovations shaping the world around them.
This is no ordinary speaking section. It is a reflection of how our cadets deeply observe the world and how confidently they engage with the ideas that matter, from environmental shifts to ancient legacies, from national reforms to digital resolutions. Each speaker today brings more than just information. They bring perspective, clarity, and conviction. So let us lend them not only our ears, but also attention and encouragement as they take the stage to lead us into conversations that are both timely and timeless.
To open the session with a wave of strategic point, we welcome a cadet who believes in streamlined progress and national integration, a poised speaker, a thinker beyond his years. He takes us to the very shores of India's economic potential. Please put your hands together for Cadet Yashwant Skanda of 8B as he presents his compelling vision on One Nation, One Port.
Jain sir, comments sir. Janitor and all, representative, respected dignitaries, esteemed coordinator ma'am, teachers, and all my fellow cadets of Veritas Sainik School. Today, I, cadet of Yashwant Skanda of grade 8B, I am going to tell today's speech. Good morning, everyone. I would like to start my speech with a good morning, everyone who present here. Respected dignitaries, esteemed coordinator ma'am, teachers, and all my fellow cadets of Veritas Sainik School. I am Yashwant Skanda of grade 8B. Today, I would like to start my speech, a smart and timely initiative by Government of India. One Nation, One Port. This policy aims to transform all Indian port ecosystem into a unified, efficient, and world-class network, boosting trade and economic growth across the nation. This policy came into focus in the recent discussion under PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, India's mega infrastructure vision. The government proposed this policy, One Nation, One Port, to bring all Indian port into a single national framework with over 90% of its trade through volume happening by ports. This policy aims to streamline port operations, eliminate duplication, and boost connectivity. Currently, major ports are managed by various central governments and non-major ports are managed by various state governments, which makes an uneven system. While some ports are modern and overburdened, while others are underutilized and lack of investment, a unified policy hopes to fix this imbalance. Purpose of this policy. The main objective of this policy is to bring uniform standards, modern infrastructure, and digital technologies to all Indian ports, big or small. A common system can make cargo movement more faster and predictable. This policy aims to support port-led industrial development, encouraging businesses to set up near ports, especially which are located in coastal states. It's all about reducing logistic costs, improving delivery timelines, and making Indian exports more competitive in global market. If implemented effectively, this policy can bring national major advantages like lower shipping costs and improved turnaround of time, which means vessels spend less time waiting and more time moving, which will reduce port congestion and shipping delays, which ultimately reduces the price of goods, boost to exports and trade competitiveness, faster and more efficient cargo movement, which means Indian exporters can now reach global market more easier and faster. This is crucial in today's trade environmental optimize the use of underutilized ports. Spreading trade activity across more ports can less burden of few, and we can have full potential of small ports, especially which are located in eastern and southern parts of the country. Digital and environmental transformation. Uniform IT platforms across ports can bring transparency, and improved data tracking and reduce paperwork. In addition, coordinated policies can encourage green port development using light, renewable resources, electric trains, and sustainable waste management system. However, the road ahead is not without challenges. State resistance. Some states may hesitate to surrender the control of ports in fearing loss of autonomy and revenue. Legal and administrative issues. Some ports, law differs between minor and major ports alignment, which need more clear legal reforms. Skilling and training. The workers at small ports may need reskilling to work with the modern port technologies and infrastructure gaps and modernization. Some small ports may not have basic modern infrastructure like mechanized loading equipment, road or railway connectivity, and warehousing, which may need major investment to bring them up to the standards. In conclusion, I would like to say that one nation, one port is not just a policy. It's a vision to unify India's maritime strength with alliance perfectly with the major missions like Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and Sagarmal. If central and state governments work together with transparency, environmental care, and a shared goal, this policy can really change India into a global shipping and trading powerhouse. Let's hope this step towards maritime unity will become a beacon of balanced development, job creation, and environmental responsibility. With this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Now, let us welcome the eloquent and insightful cadet Harshavardhan of grade 8B, presenting his thoughtful take on digitization of the culture. Jai Hind, sir. Permission to begin, sir? Jai Hind to everyone who visited, respectful dignitaries, coordinators, teachers, and my dear fellow cadets of Veritas Sainik School. My name is G.S. Vardhan of grade 8B, standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on tradition and technology. Digitalization of India's heritage culture. In a land as old and diverse as ours, preserving monuments, manuscripts, arts, and tradition is not just a duty, it's an opportunity. Through digitization, we're ensuring that a glorious past is secure, accessible, and celebrated in the digital age. Why in the news? Recently, the Government of India and other cultural bodies have started major initiatives like National Mission on Manuscripts, Indian Culture Portal, and even Jantan, Virtual Museum Builder. Thousands of rare manuscripts, temple structures, classical recordings, tribal crafts, and historical documents are now being scanned, catalogued, and uploaded for the public to see. Students, architects, researchers, and even global tourists. What this move shows us? This move shows that heritage isn't just what we preserve physically, it's about how we make it last and reachable for generations to come. Digital archiving allows a school kid in Kerala to a historian Kashmir to go through centuries of wisdom with just a click. Technological breakthroughs with the help of AI, 3D scanning, virtual reality, blockchain, and cloud storage, there are now virtual museums, online libraries, and even interactive art galleries. Some museums are showing virtual tours of Ajanta caves, Hampi, and Harappan ruins, all from a classroom or a mobile phone. This is a revolution that changes every Indian citizen into a heritage custodian. Why does this even matter to us? As cadets and students, we need to understand that cultural pride begins with awareness. Digitization ensures that ancient scripts like Grantha, tribal paintings like Wali, and even songs in endangered languages are not lost. It also opens career paths such as archaeology, digital archiving, and track-driven storytelling. Social and global impact. India's digital cultural schemes are now getting global attention. India has partnerships with UNESCO, Google Arts and Culture, and even IITs are helping the Government of India to scale these digital missions. The best part about this program, India gets inclusive access to rural schools and even small libraries to visit heritage without much expensive travel. Challenges ahead.
Even though we're getting many benefits and advantages of this program, there are still lots of challenges to face. Some places like Saraswati Mahal in Tamil Nadu still lack fundings to digitalize their schools. It has thousands of palm leaf scripts which are endangered due to poor storage. Some oral languages, tribal traditions are fading because they have not been recorded. This must be added to the digitization mission before they can be perished from the earth's surface. As progression continues, and there's a long way to go, and all of us have a role to play. What can we do? As students and cadets, we may naturally ask, what can we actually do? First, we can go to our digital archives and learn about a great heritage. Many government platforms and private platforms offer free virtual tours of museums and even heritage classes. 2. We can go and volunteer in local documentation efforts by taking photos or recording videos of tribal dances, oral languages, and some festivals. Third, we can use our creativity to make websites, apps, slideshows, or presentations that highlight local history. Schools and NCC units can even host heritage clubs and post in social media to make awareness can also make a difference. In conclusion, I would like to say that digitization is like giving our country a second chance where it can't be stolen, forgotten, or broken. As we move into a digital future, I would like to say that it is important to carry our roots with us because knowing where we came from can help us decide where we can. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Please welcome the articulate and exquisite Cadet Bodhana of 8B as she unveils the mystery of the standing stones of Mudumal.
The respected Chairman Sir, Director Sir, Dean Sir, Vice Principal Sir, Coordinators, Teachers, and all my dear co-cadets of Veritas Sainik School. I, Cadet, is Bodhana State Staff from grade 8B. Today, I wanted to take you all to the era of megalithic monuments, which was over 3000 years ago. We'll be exploring the standing stones of Mudumal, which is located in the state of Telangana. They are not just piles of ancient rocks. They are silent Indian storytellers, believed to be biomarkers, ritual sites, and possibly early astronomical observatories. But why in use? Well, the standing stones of Mudumal, which is located in the state of Telangana, were recently added to the tentative list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, bringing international attention towards this prehistoric treasure. Historians and archaeologists are calling it as one of the most well-preserved megaliths in India, which is having 80 tall granites still standing. This also reminds us that even before written language, humans were observing the skies, honoring their dead, and shaping their cultural and historical importance. The Mudumal site is especially important because of its sheer scale and precision. Unlike other scattered areas, the standing stones of Mudumal were arranged in lines, circles, rows, and some are as tall as 12 feet. Locals believe that this site carries spiritual energy, and even today, nearby villagers come and perform small tribal rituals here. This shows the continuity between ancient and modern times. This site is deeply rooted for ancient Indian tribal systems. Why it matters to us? Yes, learning about Mudumal site reminds us that Indian civilization is not just about places, palaces, and temples. This also includes the voices of stone carvers and astronomers who left no books but built monuments in stones. These stones inspire us to look deeper into the roots and to take pride in ancient and historical wisdom. Preservation in education. Telangana government and heritage bodies are now working together to protect the site from urban development. This also helps students and scholars to get more information and to gain more knowledge about this. In conclusion, I would like to say that the standing stones of Mudumal are not just boulders. They are gems of history, enhancing the genius of ancient Indian tribes. As citizens and cadets of culturally rich nation, we should protect, explore, and take pride in such events. After all, a nation that respects its past can walk boldly into its future. Thank you all for giving this wonderful opportunity. Jai Hind.
Satvika of grade 80 delivering her powerful speech on rising average global temperature.
Thanks, sir. Permission to begin? Jai Hind to respected dignitaries, teachers, and all my dear cadets. I cadet K. Satvika of grade 80. Today, I want to talk about something that we all feel, thought we not always realize its seriousness. The rising average global temperature. Scientists are calling it global warming, but for us, it's hotter days, stronger storms, disappearing glaciers, and more unpredictable seasons. Recent global climate report from organizations like World Meteorological Organization and NASA has confirmed that the worrying trend that last decade had been the hottest on record. In fact, 2024 was the hottest year ever recorded globally. This isn't breaking records, it's breaking ecosystem, harvest cycles, agriculture, and people lives. What causing it? The continuous release of greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide and methane, traps heat in our atmosphere, much like a blanket around our planet. These gases come primarily from burning fossil fuels like coal, petrol, diesel, and natural gases. And the result, ice caps are melting faster than ever. Sea levels are rising. Drought, floods, and cyclones are becoming more frequent and severe. Recent development. In 2025, India experienced its hottest February over 125 years. The national average temperature is up to 1.5 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial level. Central India has also faced an even bigger shock, with some areas reporting 90% drop in rainfall. The average global temperature refers to 1.2 degrees to 1.5 degrees. Rising average temperature increased by 1.2 degrees Celsius. Crossing 1.5 degrees Celsius could lead to an irreversible damage to our planet, what scientists call a climate tipping point. Changes in jet streams and ocean currents from everything from monsoon to snowfall. This isn't just science, this is a survival. Impact on health, economy, and society. Heat waves are killing thousands in cities with poor infrastructure. Farmers are struggling with shorter crops and uncertain rainfall. Conifers are dying, glaciers are vanishing, and biodiversity is shrinking. Solution and action. A good news, solution exists and action happens. We can use such things like urban adaptation, green infrastructure, clean energy, disaster preparedness, and education and engagement. Why this matter to us? As a cadet and a future leaders, we must understand every choice we make by using electricity wisely, walking or cycling, planting trees, and saying no to plastic. Makes a difference. India is especially vulnerable due to a large pollution, coastal region, and agriculture-based economy. Conclusion. In conclusion, rising average global temperature is not just statistic. It's a global emergency, but with awareness, action, and innovation, we can still turn the tide. Let us be the generation that didn't just sweat under the sun, but stood up for the earth. Let's cool the planet before it's too hot to handle it. With this, I conclude my speech. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Cadet Satvika.
Please put your hands together as Ram Raju takes on the stage.
Jai sir, permission to begin. Jai Hind to one and all present over here. I cadet N. Ramraj of grade 8C. Today, as we look into India's vibrant energy and constant gaze at India's future, it reminds me of a broader discussion happening across our continent. It's about Asia's future I want to speak about today. I want to introduce you to an emerging platform, a crucial space for collaboration and dialogue, Asian Future Forum. While not widely known as an established organization, it embodies a new, wider direction for our continent. Asia's ascent, a continent in motion. For centuries, the global economy and political center of gravity was often laid to be perceived elsewhere. But for the 21st century is undeniably the Asian century. Our continent is a dynamic powerhouse, home to half of world's population, rapidly growing economy, technological innovation, and diverse cultures. Countries like India, China, and ASEAN nations are driving economic growth, lifting millions out of poverty and reshaping international relations. However, this ascent comes complex challenges such as geopolitical rivalries, climate change, sustainable development, rapid urbanization, and ensuring inclusive growth for all. These challenges are something that no single nation could tackle alone. For this, we need platforms for shared understanding, collective problem solving, and charting a common future. This is precisely the void that initiatives like Asian Future Forum aim to fill. The vision, why an Asian Future Forum? So, you may wonder, what is the essence of Asian Future Forum? It is a platform designed for strategic foresight, collaborative action, and unlike traditional diplomatic gatherings that focuses on immediate crisis, Asian Future Forum looks ahead. It brings together leaders from civil society, government and industry, thinkers, researchers, academics and futurists, innovators, entrepreneurs and tech visionaries. Their purpose to deliberate megatrends, identify emerging platforms, anticipate risks, and foster actionable solutions for continent's long-term prosperity and stability. It's about moving beyond reactive policies to proactive, forward-looking strategies. For India, participating and potentially leading such forums is crucial. India is not just a part of Asia, but a significant reshaper of its future. Our experiences in digital transformations, sustainable development, and democratic governance offer valuable lessons, just as we immensely stand to learn from the insights of our Asian neighbors. Building bridges for a shared tomorrow. The very existence of platforms like Asia Future Forum underscores a recognition that Asian diverse nations, despite their differences, share a common destiny. Whether it's about building resilient supply chains, combating transboundary pollution, or fostering regional economic integration, these challenges require joint efforts and shared vision. Such forums encourage the spirit of collaboration over competition. They allow an informal yet impactful dialogue, fostering trust and understanding among nations. They provide a space for exchange of ideas that can lead to concrete of initiatives. Be it a new regional infrastructure project, a joint research program on climate resilient agriculture, or a framework on ethical AI. Conclusion: our role in Asia's future. In conclusion, I would like to say that initiatives and platforms like Asian Future Forum is a testament to Asia's self-growing awareness and its determination to shape its own future. It's about building a collective intelligence to harness the immense potential of our continent. Remember, my friends, Asia's future is our future. Engaging with these ideas and understanding the challenges and contributing our perspectives will be vital. Let us embrace this vision of a collaborative, prosperous, and a sustainable Asian future, driven by shared dialogues and collective action. With this, I conclude my speech. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Please welcome the poet and perspective Srinidhi of grade 90 as she presents her insights on nuclear power of India's economic development.
Permission to begin? Jai Hind to respected dignitaries, academic coordinators, teachers, and my fellow co-cadets of Veritas Sainik School. I, Cadet A. Srinidhi of grade 9, here to talk upon an important topic, a nuclear powerhouse for progress. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, imagine a nation on the cusp of its unprecedented economic growth, a nation striving to lift millions out of poverty, and a nation committed to cleaner, greener future. That nation is India. At the heart of its ambition lies an unsustainable demand for energy, reliable, affordable, sustainable energy. Today, I want to talk upon an important topic, often misunderstood, but a vital component of India's energy future. Our country continues to search for electricity. Nuclear power isn't just an option, it's a strategic imperative for our life. As India is blooming, our per capita of energy is also increasing. Yet, our country is not at the global average of the economic status, but it is among the fastest growing countries in the world. As we industrialize, urbanize, and improve our living standards, this demand will only intensify. Currently, our energy mix is heavily reliant on fossil fuels, with coal accounting over 75% of it and other fossil fuels with 25%. With these power nuclear steps of achieving climatical targets like net zero by 2070 also includes nuclear power. This is where nuclear power steps in. Unlike solar or wind energy, it provides a baseload power, around-the-clock supply for electricities for big industries, cities, and economic continuation without interruption. Economic benefits of India's with nuclear power. First, energy and security concerns. With more energy and security, nuclear power provides a three-step power which can improve the electricity of the country by reducing the vulnerability and making it more progressive. Second, predictable cost. By using nuclear power, it is high cost but provides a stable and low retirable cost after we build it. The plants in the rural areas and can improve the local economic development of the country. Third, job creation. With nuclear power plants, thousands and millions of jobs can be created and unemployment can be reduced. High-skilled jobs like scientists, engineers, doctors can be created and administrative staff which can help to boost the local economic GDP. Before I conclude, but I want to say an important climatical target introduced by the India of achieving 100 GW power of internet network by 2047, a main target of India by the 5-year plan of India, which is current capacity of 8 GW, by introducing heavy pressurized water sectors, small module reactors, and with a more carbon footprint and each energy landscape, which can improve no gas emissions, which is one of the main climate target of India in the net zero targets. Before I conclude, I also want to mention that India is not just generating electricity, it is generating the future citizens and making our country stand in a global position which can improve the living standards of India. In conclusion, I would like to say that India is not just generating electricity. High skill value jobs, unemployment is reduced, and more energy is created for sustainable energies, for sustainable cities and economies to grow. So, it is one of the dream of India attaining Vikasit Bharat, a developed nation which can profound the institution and more economic developments. So, my dear friends, as the future citizens of India, it is our duty to make our country grow more higher and improve the living standards. With this, thank you. Jai Hind.
Now, please join me in welcoming the dynamic and thoughtful Cadet Vaishnavi of 9D as she speaks on a vital topic, engaging youth in elections.
Cadet Vaishnavi of grade 9D is here to talk to you about a demographic that holds immense power, often underestimated, and whose active participation in our democracy is not just a hope, but an absolute necessity. I'm talking about the young people of our nation. As someone who deeply believes in democratic process, I have seen the incredible potential, the sadly, and the missed opportunities when our youth remains on the sidelines. The misconception versus reality. When we hear youth and elections, we often think apathy or disinterest. Statistics might show lower turnouts, leading us to shy. They just don't care. But I challenge it. Is it truly apathy or it is a systematic disconnect? Are we providing the avenues, the education, and the reasons for them to engage? Many young people feel that politics doesn't speak to their issues, or their voices won't make a difference, or the system is simply too complex. Think about it. The issues like climate change, education, employment, and rapid pace of technological change can impact the future. Yes, if they're not at the table, their concerns might not even on the menu. They are inheriting the consequences, so they must have a say in decisions. Why does their voice matter? So why does it matter so much if young people vote? It matters because they are the future. When youth are engaged, elections become more representative. Policies are crafted with moral inclusive and reflecting the diverse need of entire society, not just a segment. Beyond the ballot box, engaging youth in elections poses a vital sense of civic responsibility. It teaches them critical thinking, encourages them to question, to research, and to understand how power works. Think about it. Think about it. The issues like climate change, education, employment, and rapid pace of technological change can impact the future. Imagine the energy, the innovation, and the fresh perspectives can a truly engaged youth electorate can bring. They are digital natives, problem solvers, and passionate advocates for change. Let us direct their passion to shaping their own future through democratic process. Bridging gap, how we can act. The crucial question is, how do we turn potential into participation? It's not about lecturing, it's about empowerment. At first, we need better civic education, starting early, not just memorizing facts, but understanding the real-world impacts of elections on their daily lives. Mock elections and community forums can demystify the process. Second, we must highlight relevances. If they care about environment, show them how environment policies are being crafted and designed by our elected officials. Second, if they concern about job opportunities, show them how economical policies are being created and designed. And finally, it starts with us. Are we having the conversations about elections at our home, in our clubs, in our communities? Are we demonstrating the importance of our own vote? In conclusion, fellow Toastmasters, the future of our democracy not just rests on the shoulders of seasoned voters, but on the power of awakening of our youth. Let us move beyond the stereotypes of apathy. Let's actively bridge this gap. Let's be mentors, educators, and facilitators. Let's make the act of voting not just a right, but a powerful, meaningful expression for the vision of the future. Because when we engage youth in elections, we are not just casting a ballot, but we are investing a more vibrant, inclusive, and representative tomorrow. Let's empower the power in their pockets. Let their voice resonate loud and clear at the halls of our democracy. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Please welcome the curious and compelling Cadet Ria of 90 as she reveals the hidden power, piezoelectricity.
To begin, sir. Good morning, respected Chairman, Director, sir, Dean, sir, Vice Principal, sir, esteemed teachers, and my fellow co-cadets. It's a real pleasure to be with you all today. I, Cadet K. Ria Reshmi from grade 9D, wants to speak about the hidden power, unveiling piezoelectricity. We live in a world constantly researching sources of energy, often looking to a grand scale of solar farms or massive wind turbines. But what if I told you that hidden power, a tiny spark, exists in the very materials around us, waiting to be unlocked by something as simple as a squeeze or a tap? Today, I want to introduce you to a fascinating scientific phenomena with immense potential, piezoelectricity. The spark from a squeeze. What is piezoelectricity? So what exactly is piezoelectricity? The word itself comes from a Greek word piezen, meaning to squeeze or press. In essence, piezoelectricity is the ability of certain materials to generate electric charge in response to applied mechanical stress. Conversely, these same materials will undergo a mechanical deformation when an electric field is applied to them. It's a two-way street of energy conversion. Imagine squeezing in a tiny crystal and suddenly a voltage appears across it, or applying a voltage to the same crystal and watching it subtly change shape. This isn't magic, it's physics. It happens because of the unique atomic structure of these materials. Primarily, crystals like quartz, but also certain ceramics, even some polymers. When mechanical force distorts the structure, it shifts the positive and negative charges, creating an electrical potential. From lighters to lasers, everyday application. While the concept might sound complex, you have likely encountered piezoelectricity in your daily life without even realizing it. Think about your gas stove lighter. The distinct click you hear, that's often a small hammer striking in a piezoelectric crystal, creating a high voltage spark to ignite the gas. No battery is needed, just mechanical force converted into electricity. Beyond the kitchen, piezoelectricity is crucial in ultrasound machines in hospitals. Tiny piezoelectric transducers emit high-frequency sound waves into the body and convert the reflected sound waves back into electrical signals, forming images. Even in your smartphones, some such screens uses piezoelectric technology for haptic feedback, giving you that satisfying vibration when you type. And in high-tech fields, piezoelectric materials are used in precision actuator for atomic force structure, and even in some advanced laser system. It's a versatile phenomenon, quietly powering innovation. The future is tapping, powering tomorrow. But the true excitement lies in the future potential of piezoelectricity, especially as we seek sustainable energy solutions. Imagine harnessing the power of everyday movement. Pavements that generate electricity when cars drive over it. Lightning street lights or charging electric vehicles. Shoes that power your phone as you walk, converting your footsteps into usable energy. Smart textiles that power your wearable devices, simply from the movement of your clothes. Self-powered sensors in remote locations, requiring no battery, simply drawing power from vibrations in their surrounding. Researchers are actively exploring these applications, developing more efficient and scalable piezoelectric materials and devices. This isn't just about a large-scale energy generation. It is about a distributed, localized energy harvesting, making our world self-sufficient and reducing our reliance on traditional power grids. Conclusion: a small force, a big impact. In conclusion, piezoelectricity is a remarkable phenomenon that transforms mechanical stress into electrical energy and vice versa, from the simple click of a lighter to advanced medical